Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name's Andy, Corporate Commander TFW, and I'm joined this week by the microphone man himself. It's Mikey G Wolf V3. Hello, Mikey.
I am all in favor of dick punches.
Only dick punches? Because that sounds a bit sexist, Mikey.
I don't know. I mean, all right, we'll say crotch punches in general. Cover
There
all
you
the
go.
bases.
There you go. Exactly.
Not groin punches, because that's a different thing.
You shouldn't discriminate. All crotches should be punched in Mikey's world. Equally. That's what we call equality people. How's it going, Mikey? How's the week been for your life?
Not too bad, not too bad. Little tired, busy day.
Yeah, I like that as you say as you go.
I'm fine. How about you?
Not too bad, I suppose. It's just been another week, as it were. You know, one more of those gone down, one more closer to TFN.
Yes, actually, that's next week, isn't it?
It is. I'll be making my leave on Wednesday evening for Carlisle Land, and then I'll be heading down with the Rob.
Will you be stroking the beard of Aaron Archer while you're there?
I don't know. You know, if he gives me permission, we'll see.
Sir, may I have permission to stroke you?
Do I have permission? Permission is
Only
granted.
with the grain.
Exactly. Never against. Never against.
Never stroke the Aaron Archer the wrong way.
Shall we jump straight into the news then for this week, Mr. Mikey?
Why not?
There's not a huge amount, but we're going to kick off with some tatty news. And this week we're going to start off with licensed Transformer Evergreen Cake decorations by Deco Pack. Pack with only a C, not with a K. Like Tupac, if you would. So we've got some cake decorations. What kinds do we have? We have Transformers. It's got the R in the little circle. Autobot Battle Deco Set. That is, I think this is the first. That's the first image, isn't it? I'm assuming it's the first
I'll
one.
take your word.
Let's click on the link just to hammer it out.
It looks
and
like
see.
there's a fighty
Yes.
fight going on there.
Yes, it's the first one. So what is the battle set? It is 3 disc things, a disc launcher, and a Megatron and Starscream stands, I guess. And you
Targets?
Targets, yeah, that's a better word for it. That's a much better word for it.
Should you be doing that on cake?
What, shooting things?
Is cake really the kind of surface that would be, facilitate discs moving?
Does it depend on the cake?
True, there is that. But I would have just thought once you have icing or anything like that, it's just going to drag the discs down and they're just going to go like, bleh, and they're going to move very slightly forward.
The icing's not like quicksand, Mikey.
No, but like, it's not exactly an ice rink either.
No, it's not.
Icing's not real. It's not actually ice. It's just
Oh,
the name.
hang on. Icing's not real.
No, it's not. It's just sugar. It's just sugar.
Icing
Accept
doesn't
it.
exist. What am I eating then? Nothing. There's nothing
Toxic
there.
levels of sugar
That's the best part of the cake.
that you give to children
It's the best part.
who then run around for 5 hours going like, "Ah," and touch all the lemurs.
Yep.
Not that
It's
I'm bitter about that ending.
Another work-related story.
Touching the lemurs.
But yeah, these don't seem like things you could put on a cake, but apparently they are. So that's one set of things that you can get. Let's see if there's actually prices, because I didn't actually look when I was gabbing about them. I don't see a price on them as of yet. It just warns for choking hazards. In case you're into eating discs, which some children might be, I suppose.
Another reason not to associate these things with food.
Yes, yeah, that's fair. The next one is a Transformers Autobot photo cake deco set background.
That child's too happy.
I see. For me, it's just showing the ice, not the ice rink, the launches again.
Yeah.
On
It's
the
basically, it's a cake with Optimus and Bumblebee on the side and then a face in the middle of a child who looks too old to have this cake.
One. Oh, it's that one. Yeah, that's yeah, I would agree with that. So yeah, you can get your photo on a cake if that's what you're into.
Eat my face.
There's also the what they call the Autobot Protector Cupcake Rings. That sounds a bit saucy. These are exactly what you would expect. The little plastic rings in the two of them. One of them is an Autobot symbol in yellow, and one of them's in red. And the other two are a Bumblebee. It's not Bumblebee shaped. It's a squarish kind of one with Bumblebee on, and a squarish one with Optimus on. So again, that's another thing.
It looks like it's supposed to be like a readout from something. You know, one of those things like, a wrist mount. Like if you had a wrist-mounted screen, it looks like it was like something cropped from that.
Yeah, I could see that, I suppose. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. What's the next one? The next one is the Transformers Autobot The Magic of Cake page. What the hell's that?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking at the product details page, and it says Transformers and all related characters are just, they're licensed by Hasbro.
Cake. Well, it's followed by cake decorating instruction card and ready for battle image strips for photo cakes.
Do you think it's the combination of the two things? Do you think it's both the photo cake and the disc launcher?
If it is, I would rather people didn't battle on my face.
Yeah, well, that's not your call to make. There's the Battle BGO TMOC page, the Magic of Cakes page. So that's another thing that's like the thing I just said, but is different in some ways, which I can't figure out. After that, there's the Autobot Battle. Autobot Battle, the Magic of Cakes page again. There's the Battle Cake Decorating Instruction card, and the last one is Ready for Battle Photo Cake Image Strips. So the image strips, I can figure that out. That's just the thing you put round your cake. It's a little picture thing you put round your cake. Woo, okay. Rock and roll. I don't know what the other ones are. I have no idea. More cake crap, basically. Mikey, are you into cake crap? Things to put on your cake that don't involve eating? I'm not. I like the things on my cake that I can eat.
Why are you playing games on a birthday cake?
I don't know.
I mean, apart from the fact I don't think associating small disc with food is a good thing. Just like, hey, is that my birthday cake? Yeah. Are we gonna cut it? No. We're gonna play a game. Do I get to eat it then? No. I'm putting it in the fridge later. We're gonna have it next year as well.
That's how you sell it. You make the things that you're putting on to play edible. So then if you don't want to play with them, you can still eat them.
There's one child really upset that everyone else is really into the battle discs. And just like, I want to eat my cake. We're playing a game. You can put it on the table. It says it's for cake.
Do not deny me my games. My gamoos.
What? There's one anime, like, they're at a 6-year-old party, but there's this one 16-year-old anime fan in a really sweaty t-shirt playing, I'm playing my games.
High quality disc games.
Yeah.
Do not deny the disc games.
I'll pass this with no continues.
Oh, I like that. That's nice. Yeah. Bit of Xade.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the next bit of crappy news, which is Bumblebee the movie. Yeah, we do. Bumblebee the movie theater promotional products, all for Mr. Josh, all for the Dimooch. Not a huge surprise.
He's going to die from just having no money to spend on himself or his living.
I could see that.
From the amount of the
bees, Dr. Bees. So unsurprisingly, there's promotional stuff for the movie, and these are the things that you can expect, I guess, from your local cinema system. We have logo keychains, popcorn baskets. Baskets? Baskets. That's not drums or buckets, but baskets. Okie dokie. Theatre cups, mugs, toppers, Bumblebee Shatter, and Dropkick. Are toppers just the random stuff that you put on top of your drinks? Is that what that is?
Like little models and stuff that go on top of like franchise drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah, and coasters as well.
Last time I saw them, it was when Jurassic World first came out. So you had Blue, Rexy, and the Indominus.
Right.
They actually, I will say, remarkably well sculpted for something that looked like it cost, like, it's basically free with a drink. Like, remarkably well sculpted at the time. These don't look as well sculpted.
Yeah. I mean, these are promotional images, so I'm not sure they represent fully the quality of what you might get.
I think that's slightly worrying because it's like, here's a promotional image, i.e. this is what we're trying to sell.
Yeah.
This doesn't know.
maybe they'll look exactly like that, and you'll go, okay, fine, whatever. It's what it's exactly what you would think it would be. I don't know, man. Are there any of these things that you think look good for what they are, taking into massive consideration of what they are?
No, but it does lead me to a question that I've had for some time.
Okay.
Do people genuinely collect popcorn buckets?
If they're in the shape of Bumblebee. I know my friend Matt, who's into the wrestling, collects like the not mugs, but like the cups, like the WrestleMania and the SummerSlam special mugs that you get. They're not mugs, sorry, the cups, but they've got like a holographic image on usually. He collects them when he's been to one of those, but he doesn't go out of the way to get the ones he hasn't been to.
Yeah.
So I guess there is a minor market.
So my follow-up question is, is there like a scrub level of that? Like, you have the guys who have their detail shelves, and they've got like, okay, this is my Bumblebee, this is my Ant-Man, this is my Jurassic Park, this is my Terminator, whatever. And is there like a guy who's just like, yeah, I've got all of these, and he just stacks them in them, and he's the guy they don't talk to at like the popcorn cup conventions? Like, how do you find the one you're looking for? He's in there somewhere. I'll just take them all out. What? God, it's like you're not even serious about this.
When will you cup like a pro?
Yeah.
Pro cupping.
Because in every fandom there are both of those fans.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to meet one of them at least. So if you are that cup fan, let me know and tell me your story. I will spread it amongst the people.
Mikey wants them pro cupping stories.
Yep. I want to know if like someone like went to did someone like pay to see a movie 4 times that they hated so they could just get every variant of the popcorn bucket?
I think most times when you can buy this stuff, you just go to the concierge desk and you can just go, I'll have all 4 of them. I don't think they limit you to 1. I don't think they're like, oh, no, you gotta leave and then come back and get another ticket before we'll sell you this thing.
Did anyone ever like have a proper dickhead collector freak out because they went to like, I'm looking for these 2, and it's like, we're out of this one. I can give you an extra of the other one, and it just like has a proper like that dickhead collector in Toys R Us who's like telling off the staff because they can't find the toy they've been looking for.
Maybe.
And the staff are just like, we just put it on the shelf.
We don't
like,
know.
Tell me these stories, people. What is that Bumblebee thing, by the way? The one that looks like a mighty mug that's lost all reason.
I imagine that was what the popcorn. No, it's not the popcorn bucket. Maybe it's the actual mug rather than the theater mugs. Maybe that's what it is.
I'd be concerned if you were drinking your tea out of that at home.
Why?
Because I think if I went into someone's house and they said, "Oh, you want a cup of tea?" and they brought out that, I would excuse myself from the building.
Well, it seems maybe a bit extreme.
I don't... Look into its eyes, Andy, and tell me you want to have that staring at you from across the table.
It wouldn't make me want to leave the home, but, I'd be like, yeah, that's a thing you've got,
What
bro.
if you realize that every time you blinked, the cup was getting slightly closer?
Oh, well, that's something else. You're adding on an extra layer to it, then.
Because it looks like a cup that would get slightly closer.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm very uncomfortable with it.
Well, you don't need to buy it, I suppose. That's a thing.
What if someone gifts it to me, like a dick?
Well, then you have to accept it, because otherwise you're a bad person for not taking a gift,
Happened with the monkey's paw too, but no one ever lets me off that one.
No, you gotta take that paw, son. Don't be a bad person. Don't be bad,
Monkey
Mikey. Mikey, do you want to take us on to the next bit of news, the actual first bit of proper news?
No, I don't. I don't want to take us on to this because I'm sad.
Why are you sad, Mikey?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have come to the end of an era.
Explain.
I think that's Doctor Who. So we have 2 new Legends comics by Hayato Sakamoto, written and drawn. Colors by Kandagawa in some pages. And they are called Target Master Chapter Finale, Legends World in Imminent Danger, Part 1 and 2. And I'm not entirely sure, going by how this ends, we're ever visiting the Legends world again.
No!
And I'm not sure how to take that.
Badly. Take it badly.
It hurts my feelings and my bum.
Oh no.
My bum is numb from it. But I will do as I have always done. and provide a summary ripped almost directly from TF Wiki that I will try to make sound like something I made up, so I sound like I can pretend I speak Japanese. And I will just say, this is packed. This is jam-packed. So, part 1. Brought to you by the Wolf Circus is Scorponok, who is meeting up with his troops there, which are the headmasters, explaining that he has been wandering space following the Black Hole battle until Devil Z took control of him and built him a transtector. Now he's free, he plots to apply his usual, evil plan to the Legends world. Blow it up, steal energy. And so he needs plasma energy from the 6 target masters currently being held by the Autobots. Those are the actual target masters, not the target masters, the big robots. Who are... The Autobots are trying to fix them, basically, because they're weird and they steal people's clothes. So first of all, he summons a new Devil Z transtector, which was made for him. Majin Zarek.
You what now?
Majin Zarek is the villain from the Beast Wars 2nd movie. He is...
Oh, that thing.
Basically Godzilla.
Yes, basically.
But with a pirate steering wheel.
Yeah, that was a weird little movie, wasn't it?
Didn't help Galvatron was grimacing the entire time.
Well, that's who Galvatron be. He's got that weird face. I don't mean to judge him by his face, but he
except for
do.
one profile shot where he suddenly starts like opening his mouth, and it freaked me out. I remember that. So it's a machine with the instincts of a beast, and it's a god of destruction. The name's been used. Who surprises Leo Prime. So the police, including our favorite suffering young lady and her hot rotting friend, set out to protect the citizens from Majin Zarek. Scorponok has Flywheel sneak into the police station and breaks out Slugslinger, Misfire, the Sweeps, and Katsudan, which I love saying. And he decides he will join up because he hates the Legend world and he wants it to blow up.
He is a mean one. He is a man with no joy.
He is a Majin. So he attacks the Autobots, steals the target masters for the Decepticons, and summons the rest of his race to murder everyone.
No.
But the Majin army is stopped by the Interdimensional Patrol, which we haven't seen in so long I forgot they were a thing.
Were they a thing? What were they?
They are a group of time-hopping people who go led by Skids and featuring several Skids from several universes who go around sort of like dealing with interdimensional problems.
Oh.
And this time, Skids has picked up some help in the form of the RID Transformers, led by Skybite.
As you do.
Who also managed to convince the 3 Predacons from RID to come in and help. And it's like, yay, Skybite! So they hold off the army, thanks to the arrival of Neo Brave Maximus, who is Brave Maximus redone in the Neo body, which is a repaint of the Titan Master.
Sounds about right.
And before Scorponok intervenes, Majin Zarek is attacked by Leo Prime, Lio Convoy, and Optimus Primal, who transformed himself using Transformer Sickness. Scorponok calls upon Weird Wolf, but Weird Wolf's gone to the Terracuraco, the best company, to try and convince Noble to join him, because while working in the Wolf Circus, he got kind of fond of him. And doesn't want him to die when, an entire reality gets wiped out. But Noble is like, nah, we should be good guys. We should be good guys. You should be a good guy. You're terrible at being a bad guy. And Weird Wolf is like, oh, I want to do stuff, but like I like it here. And my transtector's alive. And my little bat dragon thing, whose name is Butler, because he's a butler, is alive. And if we blow up the Legends world, they're gonna die. And he's like, I'm doing wrong. And then Clowder shows up with the black convoy drone that he uses as an extra body, tries to take on Majin Zarek, and he holds it off while the ultimate hero of the Legends universe, Megatron, comes in, leading the heroic charge, with Trypticon helping, and then Majin Zarek rips Trypticon fucking head off.
Oh no!
And then blows it up. Akihabra's dead!
No!
Where will the nerds go now? Nowhere! That's why. Because they're all being fucked. Blown, in the non-literal sense, blown away by the attack, Leo Prime realizes that they're going about it the wrong way, since Majin Zarek isn't destined to be destroyed until the future, because Leo Prime is G1 World Leo Convoy, who's our regular Leo Convoy in a new body. And they can't defeat him here now, so they have to basically like lost light rules of time travel. So Scorponok has modified the target masters into new plasma energy bombs, which he's going to put in the Legends world and blow it the fuck up. Slugslinger and Misfire is like, but we be making the hot dough, yo. We don't really want to blow the place up because, one's got a gambling addiction and one has an amazing hat. But, Andy, hope is not lost because Chrome Dome is approached by Point Blank, Sure Shot, and Crosshairs who have shown up in the Legends world and have acquired transdectors from Cup Shop because that's where everyone gets them. This is kind of like, it is a little bit epic. I like this. It's fun. It's not like the crazy madness of the Legends at its very, very best, but shit is going down.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Yeah, and apparently, I don't know if this means we'll get toys of them, but Crosshairs is a redeco of Titan's Return Cup with Flywheel's head. Point Blank is Hot Rod with Metal Hawk's head, and Sure Shot is Full Tilt with Quake's head.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to see Full Tilt in there.
Yeah, that's a random one. A lot of people thought it was going to be like Punch Counter Punch for I think, was it Crosshairs? Or no, it was Point Blank with the shoulders. I remember they were making you think about the shoulders. I don't know okay, I'm just gonna reveal something. I don't know anything about the actual Target Master exclusive characters. They're just dudes to me.
Oh, Mikey.
They don't matter. But yeah, we get lots of characters in this. We get Xiao Xiao's there, and Tai, and Sue, and literally, I think, the entire cast of the comics we've seen.
Yeah.
A Black Arachne and Slipstream in there. Sure, they're in there somewhere. But yeah, what did you think?
I liked it. I mean, it was nice to come back to the Legends world and see Sakamoto's art all over again because it's been too long. I hadn't read the description, so all the stuff that you told me was new to me. It was nice to see just, characters come back who hadn't seen in a while, and Flywheels as well, doing stuff, getting a body, doing stuff, even though it wasn't the correct color for it, was kind of nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll move on to number 2 because this is where shit hits the fan
again.
So basically, Rat Trap, and Tigatron and everyone else who runs this bizarre place, is sitting there watching Majin Zarek basically level Neo Akihabara City, and they're almost killed. Oh no! But then Big Convoy appears, and it's not like Big the Little Man; it's just Big Convoy.
Shall we assume that that's probably the Encore? Like that's the advertising for the Encore figure?
I suspect so.
Yeah.
And then Big Convoy introduces himself. He's a toy.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely promotion for the Encore.
Yeah. He's literally one of Rat Trap's toys which has come to life to save him.
What? Does it explain how and why?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
We'll get to that in a second. But it's not the only one, because Transformer toys across the world are coming to life to save their mighty owners. Protect them as much as possible. And those owners include Marcelo Martier, with all the South American exclusive characters, including Robo Manuel X.
Yeah.
Or Robot Man X, as he was called then. James Roberts, who has probably the last issue of Lost Light, and a monikered shirt. Which I don't know if that's a thing. Who's being saved by G2 characters, including Skyquake.
He does not deserve that. He killed him.
But Andy, Skyquake.
No. He's fine with Thunderclash, because, he's kept him alive and he's done stuff with him, but nah, he didn't deserve fucking Predator.
Thing is, if a Skyquake toy came to life and tried to save you, he ain't gonna win that fight.
Turn to dust.
Yeah, I'll save you. Oh, there goes my arms. But Josh Perez, possibly the most attacked person in this, because he's, unlike the others, he has converted into a Legends World character.
Has he? Is that
yeah,
what
well,
it's saying?
It's his little chibi version of himself.
So, I mean, does it actually say he's turned into the Legends version?
Oh no, it just looks.
That's just you adding your spin to it.
His chibi version of himself looks like he should be hanging out with Rat Trap.
Yeah.
But Josh is saved by, I believe a swarm of tiny bumblebees.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't know, Josh has a problem.
I don't think he has a problem. He does have an obsession, though.
It's fine. He can quit anytime he wants, and he just buys more bumblebees. He's the one who's really paying people off to just keep making the bumblebees.
Where's the place that just has Dirge? One dirge
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah, that's just one Dirge. That's because Dirge, Andy. That's because that's what Dirge doesn't get a guy. Dirge just saves people.
Sounds about right.
And no one will thank him. No one will appreciate him. And he'll blow up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not all, because they're holding off the Majin, and Katsudon is like, no! Break your toys, because I've got psychic powers. But Overlord shows up as Overlord Terra and kicks the shit out of him.
He does a Muda 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 from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I liked.
Damn right he does. And he reveals that the power they're using is Shinkokan. And that is existing in everything in the Legends universe. So everything can come to light with the power of Shinkokan. Which you have to say, Shinkokan. So yeah, Margin's arc is being held back by an army of toys. So Scorponok is panicking and tells Mindwipe to place the Target Master bombs near the proton energy reserves underground, and distracts Metroplex by setting kickback clones in him. Kind of. Weird Wolf from the Target Masters is like, nah, son. Nah. And Weird Wolf gets the shit kicked out of him. The Target Masters rush off to try to get to their partners and save them before they all blow the hell up. And they're joined by the Autobots. Alpha Trion, Pimp Alpha Trion, and the Jump Starters have their own plan. They're going to use Twin Twist Drill Base, because that's a thing, to amplify his Ultra Drill, which was also a thing.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot about that stuff.
Because, remember, technically, Twin Twist and Topspin made the Legends universe.
Yes, yeah. That's true. That's fucking lore, that is. That's some
That is
hard
lore. So they're going to try and banish Majin's arc to another dimension before he's killed, so he can, be beaten up by Liu Convoy in the future past. Scorponok is confident that, Majin's arc won't be pushed through the portal so easily, and then his engine room is damaged by a team of beast formers, including a little armadillo hedgehog man.
He looks cool.
He looks cool. Who snuck in, and that allows all Transformers and Akihabara to pour their combined firepower on the monster. Majin's arc is forced through, and the Beast Formers, Skull Cruncher, and the Sweeps make their escape. Scorponok goes down with the ship, swearing vengeance at Fortress. But who did? It's not... Really?
Yeah, Fortress did shit.
That's just being a dick.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything. Like, no. But... yeah, so they've saved the world. Kind of. Because Mindwipe is still turning on bombs because Devil Z has taken him over. Ooh. But he's shot out by Slugslinger, because that's what you do with an unyielding hell god, you shoot him. But as he's going, Devil Z warns him that if you meddle with the Target Masters, they will detonate and the world's going to destroy anyway. And Slugslinger is given he invites Slugslinger to join him, and then Slugslinger, doesn't, because he's trying to make that hard green man. And he retreats to a safe location to absorb the energy when the Legends world blow the hell up. Slugslinger, again, contacts the true hero.
Yeah!
Mayor Megatron, the man with the wonderful tie.
No Ty today, though. He's in battle mode. Ty's been left
this is
at home.
not... This is a different kind of office he is working in today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he tells Megatron that there is a way to save the Legends world. They murder the Target Masters. If we kill them, they were remodeled into bombs. But if we kill them, then they don't blow up. And that's because they're alive. So if they're alive, they don't have any energy after they die. And Megatron's like, nope! I am the hero of this story, and by God, there will be no loss of life. And what his plan is, evacuate everyone, the entire populations of the Legends planet, to the G1 world. The Legends world will be destroyed. No one will die, but the world will still be destroyed. And using Topspin and Twin Twist, they'll try to rebuild the world later. So the drill base opens a portal, and then everything that can fly or have someone sitting inside it takes people away, including everyone from Terrakura Co., the Axelon Trading Company saves Optimus Primal, the Dimensional Patrol take people away, Fort Max does, and then Megatron he double checks with the Jumpstars, and they say, yeah, it's going to be difficult, but we can do it if we have help from Diabolus.
Oh.
Interesting name drop.
Yeah.
But Megatron has also told the Target Masters, we're doing this without anyone dying. You need to go down to that bomb, and when they're about to blow up, instead of letting the energy be blown out everywhere, you absorb it. What is it? Expelling all the plasma energy contained in their partners into the proton energy reserve, which will mean the target masters will survive. The planet will still blow up, but Devil Z won't get anything either. So the plan succeeds. The target masters and their partners escape through a portal to the G1 world, but a shockwave knocks the Axolong off course again. Rat Trap wakes up, and they're in the G1 world, which means they meet the original White Leo and Tiger Burn, not the one with the sexy sister.
Mm-hmm.
And they're on Planet Beast, which is currently under the control of the Monster Bots, including Teeny Tiny Titan Master Repugnus.
Yeah.
Remember him? That guy who tried to go help Braun out with his date?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so he's been hanging out with Big Repugnus, or the G1 Repugnus.
That's great.
So yeah, and he says, I hadn't seen you guys in ages. Yeah, we're on Planet Beast. And ladies and gentlemen, that could very well be the final story of the Transformers Legends universe.
Or it could be the start of Beasties!
Oh my god, if they called it Beasties. Oh man.
Beastie Legends.
Yeah. So that is the end of that. What do you think?
It's a bit sad.
It is a bit sad. Especially when we were this invested, because, in case anyone didn't know, him and me, very invested in this.
Very. I guess it needed an end, though, and I guess this is a way of tying up continuity in massive quotations.
And there is hope at the end.
There is, yes. It could always come back. I think Sakamoto probably put that in case, they wanted to do any more comics in the future, or just to leave that nugget of hope for fans of the comic.
Like the anti-DC.
Yeah. Who?
When they blow something up, nope, no Joy for you.
No Barry for you. Sorry, no Wally for you.
No, for so long.
I tell you what I did like. I liked how two of Megatronia's ladies, the two helicopters, one was holding Starscream in his head mode,
Yeah.
and the other was looking on at Megatron with a little heart next to her, hiding behind the building.
Was Soundwave near there?
Oh, yes, it was Soundwave, wasn't it?
Because Moonheart has a thing for Soundwave.
That's right, yes, it would have been Moonheart looking at him at the little Soundwave.
And Luna Club. Bye, Starscream! She literally tried to murder you once, so you would literally be inside her.
That's right. What a good character.
I think he gets what he deserves.
He seemed to be doing better, though, because he was using Octane's body to help through this.
Yeah, but it's still Starscream.
I like the fact as well that Sakamoto did the references to, the IDW comics and some of the creators. Obviously not all of them, because there's only so many characters you could, so many panels you could do. I maybe would have rescinded the Dirge panel for maybe another IDW artist.
Yeah, I'd have done John, to be honest.
You know what? I would have done Sarah, because it seems like they're trying to do people from different parts of the world. So you got Josh from America, James from the UK, Marcelo from the South. So maybe you could have done like Sarah, because Sarah's in Canada, isn't she?
Or Kay.
Yes, yeah, you could have done Kay. That would have been quite.
Or himself.
No, that would no.
Well, yeah, Sakamoto just surrounded by all the booby robot women.
See, I would have been okay with that, but I think if he did do that, you could also look at that and be like, you're being a bit self-indulgent, putting yourself in your comic. I wouldn't say that's a big complaint, but I could see it as a potential thing someone could level. Oh, you just wanted to put yourself in. But if you use K, then you're using someone again from Japan who's who's actually doing IDW stuff as well. So
yeah,
that would have worked.
The Josh thing broke me.
Yeah, I was really happy to see little Josh, especially
like he's so happy.
100% Josh accurate. The only thing it doesn't have is his earrings, just because it's a faraway shot and he's tiny.
But how many bumblebees is that?
Not a huge amount.
Not a huge amount compared to what he owns.
Yeah, but it was a decent amount. There's the movie Bumblebee. I'm guessing the animated Bumblebee is the one that's least detailed.
Let's see.
Going from the top, it's movie. Then I think it's animated.
Okay,
then I think
movie animated. Yeah. That's Newbie. That's new movie B. That's the one with the the Energon Igniter toy.
Yes.
G1B and Cyberverse.
I thought the last one was IDW, to be honest.
There's no toy of IDW. Oh no, there is.
There is.
Oh, you might be right. It might be the
Generations
IDW
one.
toy. But look at his little hat.
Yeah.
Look at his little shirt. It says
little name.
Zap.
Yeah.
He's so happy. He's like Marcelo is just sort of like, yeah, and Grimlock's with Marcelo for some reason. I'm assuming it's like one of his favorite characters.
Sure.
James, it's just Mike. Yeah, just James. Like, yeah.
Notice how James looks evil though.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the point he knows. But it's just like Josh is like, yeah, I told you they could. I've been talking to them for years. You all said I was insane. Well, look.
The only thing I maybe didn't... It's not that I didn't like it, it's maybe I didn't love it as much as the rest, is the toys coming to life.
Oh, I didn't mind it.
I mean, I didn't
think
mind
they could have done
but
more
I
with
just
it.
But... Yeah, I think it's that. It's just kind of... The toys come to life and you go... And that's it.
My
But
question
again,
is, are they all dead now?
what, the toys?
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine they're not dead, they're just not powered again, so they're not alive anymore. Because they weren't really alive before, I suppose you could say, maybe.
Oh, I'm just flicking through to see anyone I missed. Like, Thrust is there. Is that... No, that's not Galvatron. It's the G2 toy we never got of Megatron.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
They might fart it out.
Like, oh man. Yeah. Because Sound Blast. It's the tiny Sound Blaster.
Yes.
I'm just looking now, and yeah, she's like looming over him.
Yep.
And that one done well, and like Starscream's basically a doll. Oh dear.
Did you enjoy that, Mikey? Did you have fun with it?
Oh yeah. Like, I don't want it to go away. Like, ever. By the way, it's not like I don't want it to end like this. I don't want it to end.
Sure.
I adore the Legend Universe. It's genuinely up there as one of my favorite iterations of Transformers of all time. It is a bizarre, insane, ridiculous, tongue-in-cheek, very self-aware experience that I genuinely have got. I've never done this properly, but I need to, one, see if people are still translating them. And two, get that complete like folder done of every single one, because I don't want to lose these.
Same.
Ever.
Yeah.
Because they're just like so good, and I still need that bloody Megatronia toy.
The thing that puts me off getting it. It's the main thing that puts me off getting it.
Is it because it's a toy you don't really want, apart from the fact it's insane?
No, I want it. I like all the modes. The only reason I don't want it is because it's not the right heads.
Yep, there is that.
The heads are 100% incorrect, and for those characters,
Shapeways?
I think they really need them.
Yeah, Megatronia, Mega Empress works though.
Closer, she's the closest to it, but it's still not got the expression behind it.
Yeah, well, yeah, but can we do, hey, I'm trying to do the whole stick your boobs together to allure you thing, but look at my metal chest.
Yeah, you
with
can
a
do
toy.
you can do the evil smirk easily enough.
True. Like some Shapeways, get on it.
And then you need to do like super happy anime, like screaming face for Moon Club.
Oh god, but there's so many things you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, like I would, oh man, like Legends genuinely has been the most fun I've had with the most just like fun I've had with Transformers in over a period of years. It's just so good, and I am totally just making sure I've got at least the pictures permanently, because they just make me smile.
It's sold me on figures I originally probably wouldn't want.
Yeah, like several times.
Yeah.
Like retakes of characters and the original mode ideas and everything else, and like, yeah. I also kind of get a giggle at the fact Optimus Primal's there, probably because there's an Encore toy coming out, except it's I think it might be the wrong color. I don't know.
Maybe.
But oh, I'm sad to see it go.
Yeah, man. Maybe I hope he gets work in the future to do, if it's not this universe, then at least get him to do other exclusive comics or something, because it was a nice little thing that Japan got, I think.
Yeah, and I think what they did with the Power of the Primes again kind of highlighted to me the fact that Power of the Primes was a bloody filler line.
Yeah, very much so.
In like the fact we're nearly at the end of it already.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, that's nuts, isn't it, when you think about it?
And what, there's one new toy in the last wave?
Yeah, something like that.
Which is Flame Star or Nova Star, whatever she's going to be called.
Yeah,
and the rest are all...
What do you mean?
Like, she's the only new toy in the final wave.
No, because she's a redo of Moonracer.
Yeah, but no, she's still a new toy. Everything else is a re-release, as far as I know.
Oh, right. Sorry, that's what you mean. I see what you're getting at. Yeah.
But yeah, so.
But then again, people are suggesting that might be what the reissue wave is as well. Kind of another filler, just to stop people over. And I say that because you know what distribution's like. But I assume that some people have said that maybe that's another reason why that wave came out, just to have something else on the shelves before Siege comes out.
I could believe it, but I don't know. When they said they're talking about bringing the brand together globally a bit more, I feel something's going to be lost by that. And I really do. It's going to be the creative toy designs, the creative toy releases, the original molds, this insanity, even if it's not Sakamoto, something unique fiction that went along with it, whether it's dead serious or completely jokey.
Yeah, let Kay do a little mini comic series.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not trying to be like negative whatever, but I just
negative Nancy.
I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah, I was.
But this was really fun. And there are a number, like the list is mostly Legend toys. Like, and a couple of masterpieces. But it is like, I checked it a while ago, it's like 99% Legend toys. Either because I thought the new decos were fun, or the character was great, or something. You know, so I think this was a good time, and I think it's a little sad more people didn't get into it.
Yeah,
at least on this side of the pond. I you know, from what I understand, it did fairly well in actual Japan.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've talked numerous times about why some people might not have enjoyed it.
Yes, and you know, I think there are legitimate criticisms to put against it. I am swept up by the ridiculous of it all, so many of those criticisms go out the window with me, but
sure.
Yeah, I've nothing else to say. I'm just making myself. I'm actually starting to tear up a little bit.
My only hope is maybe a 3-pack of. I mean, I'll continue on the story, but I'm hoping that since we've seen it might not happen, that we might get a 3-pack of the Autobot Target Masters.
That would be really nice.
It would be quite interesting as well, because Full Tilt, obviously, you can only get Full Tilt from Triptychon, so it would be an interesting thing for them to go, yeah, we'll just take that and do some repaints and stuff.
Might be nice to see that mold not in all purple.
Yeah, I think that was a big problem with Full Tilt, and you know, that's what Full Tilt's color is. He is all purple, but it kind of washes out all the detail that's on. But since we're on the Japanese stuff, Power of the Primes PP 43 Throne of the Primes is getting a Japanese official release. I think that's good. I think that's good that Japan gets the option instead of having to slog through the pain and anguish that probably is SDCC to get it. SDCC happened, didn't it? Yeah, yes. we covered that. Yeah, I'm an idiot. So this set was obviously available at San Diego Comic-Con last month. Oh, it was in the story. I should have just kept reading. To the mass retails, they're getting it in January 2019 in Japan. This means
a mass retail release.
Let me read that. San Diego Comic-Con last month, and is getting a mass retail release to round out the Japanese Power of the Prime line.
I missed that in the story.
Yeah, it's apparently there. I guess that's why it's a 43 number, because it's Power of the Prime. So that's interesting. I wonder how that'll affect the price. That might be interesting. This means if you missed out on the official Hasbro version, Takara Tomy got you covered, bro. It'll give you another shot of owning the figure, which also includes the remaining 4 Prime Masters that were left out of the single pack releases, which were Primer, that guy, yep, him, Nexus Prime, and Halo, the video game.
The wonderful cardboard ring with those plastic things that you'll no doubt squish every time you put a Titan Master into it.
Yes, I still think that looks cool, though.
I think it looks. I just think you'll never want to take them out again.
Yeah, when you put it in, you'll be like, never again. I from the image, I don't think there's anything particularly different about this release.
No, I to be blunt, I think these are, like, the box is identical.
Yeah.
I think these are either ones that didn't sell, or this is a run done to be exactly the same.
I have a feeling that maybe it wasn't leftovers. I don't think it would be leftovers.
Well,
I
not
think
mass retail, I suppose.
I think it was probably more, or it could be possibly more, that they just produced a load of them and went, okay, these will be the San Diego Comic-Con releases, and the rest will go to Japan.
Well,
Or
like
stay here in
they're
Japan?
also doing him at other conventions. That's the thing.
Are they?
Yeah, he's going to be at at least 2 other conventions.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Well, that's the thing. Like about this guy. Like ever since HasCon, this whole exclusive thing has been very odd.
Yeah. Do you assume that he wasn't an exclusive and he's just been made an exclusive? Do you think he was meant to be a Toys R Us thing?
What, like RC?
and,
No, like,
and Repugnus.
And yeah, like
Yeah,
I
probably.
could honestly say he may never have been intended to be an exclusive originally.
I mean, this
I
is a
think
guess
I
because
could
we've
see
got no
the-
proof.
Yeah, I could see like be in the Dino cassettes. Yes.
Yeah.
This guy, and even now they're not.
Are they not?
We're gonna find that out in a bit.
Oh.
But yeah, I could maybe see this guy having a bit more of a checkered past, because I've never heard of an exclusive for a convention going on to not Hasbro Toy Shop but mass retail.
Yeah, granted in another country, but still.
Yeah, and any country, like or go to so many conventions as this guy. He's going to at least he'll be at least 2, probably 3.
Damn, is it that
So,
many?
Yeah, so
Jeez.
this is a new this does not speak to me of a toy that was made to be an SDCC exclusive.
No, doesn't seem to be anyway.
Especially since he includes Prime Masters that you can't get any other way,
Yeah.
which is suspicious to me.
Yeah, I would agree there.
Mm.
We also have the Takara Tomy LGEX, so will be exclusive. Grotesque and Repugnus 2-pack. We've got official images for them. So obviously Titan's Return, Grotesque, and technically it's not Titan's Return, it was Power of the Primes, I guess. Yeah. Repugnus from Amazon are going to be heading over to Japan in a 2-pack via the Takara Tomy Mall web, which is why it's in the EX release rather than a standard release. This 2-pack is coming out in the same month as Prime, which will be the Primal, which I talked about, which is January 2019, and will be coming out for 7,000 yen for the 2 figures, which is approximately $63. So it's about 31.5, $31.50 each, which I don't think sounds terrible.
No, I think that would. To go back to the thing, I think in the old days where I would expect this to have better paint or some extra things, I think that would be pretty reasonable. As far as I can see, these guys are identical.
Yeah, it says here from in the article as well, from what they can see, it doesn't seem like there's any paint app differences or anything like that, which, is fine because they seem to be done pretty well anyway,
Yeah, I would prefer the other head on Repugnus.
Oh,
I'm
Christ,
not
yeah.
crazy. I've seen like reviews of that now, and it's like that head just if you get him, just make sure you got the other Repugnus to swap the head over.
It's ridiculous how much better the one that came with the little Repugnus is, but I do like the paint on this version more for the Titan Master.
Yeah,
because he actually has paint on him.
yeah, and he's got like detail, and he's a very cool original. What I'd honestly do,
yeah,
and I'm not kidding about this, I would unscrew the belly and swap the faceplates.
Some people have done that. See, I wouldn't do that because I would be okay with this one riding the back of the small Repugnus. That's probably how I would do it myself.
Hedgehog in a Repugnus.
Exactly. Is that what it is? A hedgehog?
It's the Hedgehog Man.
Yeah, it's the hedgehog guy. I just saw it.
Because they're all beast formers.
Yeah. It's neat. Again, it's great that Japan's getting this.
Mm-hmm.
Are we assuming it might get a comic? Maybe.
I don't know. Like,
it's an
I'm
EX,
hoping.
So I don't think the Primal will. I don't think he will.
No,
because that's as we just said. That seemed to be a done deal package. But this, since it's a 2-pack, we'll need to have a different box. So,
yeah, and they clearly were setting up at least the Monster Bots in some way at the end of that book.
Yeah,
so we may get a short little 4 coma thing.
Yeah, a little bonus because we've had that before with the EX ones, like with Great Shot. Yeah.
No, I just keep an eye on.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, so that's good. So, would you pay more, Andy, for a 2-pack with a Sakamoto comic? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But you'd miss out on the the exclusive headmasters they came with.
Okay, I'm good.
I would miss out on the Scorponok, which actually was quite cool, and the what was the other one? What was the one that came with Repugnus?
One of the primes.
Yeah, it was a Prime Master. It wasn't the Megatronus, because that's the one that's coming
It
with
was
Blast.
Solus, I think.
What's that?
And I think it was Solus, and I think it was like a second release because it's like a translucent version of another one. I think Solus was already had a retail release.
Probably, yeah. Well, she was the one that is
Was it
coming or has came with
Octopunch?
Octopunch. Yeah,
Yeah, she's out.
yeah. It's just not the translucent version.
Mm.
Woo! Okay, well, may as well move on, Mr. Mikey. Can you take us on to the next little story?
Yeah, this is a bit of an interesting one. So, Hasbro's leak from Cybertron has come out for Power of the Prime's Evolution of Rodimus. For anyone who don't know, these are short videos where John Warden basically nerds out about the toy engineering design process, for want of a better term. So, usually we don't talk about these, right? They're just short little things. Hey, look at the toy. Except we got to see a bit of the design process for Rodimus, and I'm sorry, what?
Mm-hmm.
So originally he was going to have, and it looks like one of the Power of the Prime's gimmicks was going to be that the Deluxes and Voyagers could all attach onto the leader figures to give them armor upgrades. Right? Maybe this is the idea that evolved into the Pahooses. But one option was going to be like Jazz would be on kind of the top of the vehicle mode. Dreadwind and Darkwing would be on the side, sort of giving him wings. And then some sort of like Starscream, if him and Jetfire had a baby, would form some sort of like Mask meets anime jetpack booster rocket thing at the back. That looks odd, but it's not the be all end all, right?
Yeah.
What's the be all end all is what came next, which was a concept for the Dinobots, including a much better swoop design.
Yeah.
Have I mentioned how much these guys frustrate me? And Snarl was going to have an articulated tail.
When you say these guys, do you mean John Warden?
Dick. But yeah, the early Dinobot designs were, in my opinion, still very G1, but better than what we got.
Yes.
I say someone who thinks they're decent toys, but that is not. I am tired of the G1 aesthetic, which is why I want to. It's even killing a lot of the third party for me because I'm just like, none of you are interesting because you're all trying the same fucking thing. But yeah, so it was going to have him. You'd have I'm guessing Sludge and Snarl because I do not know how you'd hide Slag's head. And hey, Andy.
Hey, Mikey.
Remember the vote for the Power of the Primes characters that we would like to see in the line as a fan character?
I remember us bitching like little children about the wrong decisions people made. Yes.
Yeah, you picked the monkey. Why did you pick the monkey? But what if, Andy, we were all saying there's no way they'd ever plan to use those character designs in any real capacity. It's just not doable.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fan vote.
Mistakes were made.
They were going to do fucking Thunderwing.
And Starsaber.
And Starsaber. And, hey, Andy.
Hey, Mikey.
Hey, look at that Matrix.
Yes.
That's a cool Matrix.
It is.
That they were.
It looks like it transforms.
They basically had the concept for a Thunderwing that went onto the front of Rodimus to turn him into some sort of dino jet thing with a demonic Matrix. That transforms.
Yeah, to be fair, I look at this and it's a bit of a mess, but it's kind of a fun mess.
Yeah.
I can't say I love it though, to be honest.
I love it more than what we got.
Well,
I love it more than what we got.
Yeah.
No, because this looked like it was pre the Combiner idea. So I think I don't think you'd have gotten the Starscream Combiner or the Elita Combiner or anyone like that from this. I think this is a very different thing. Also, what I can only describe as Rodimus tooled up with hands holding feet, which I'm assuming is a later idea?
Probably.
That are wrapped around him in almost a sensual embrace. And weird knee thingies. I would have way preferred this than the gimmick that we got, which was, we have all these toy ideas from previous lines, why don't we mush them into one?
Yeah.
Now, good toys came out of it, but the only real original idea was the Evolution line. Everything else was whatever. So I'm not like, hey, what if Starscream was a combiner? You already did that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what if Headmasters? You already did that idea. Pretenders, which are basically just ways of hiding your Headmaster.
Yeah, the line maybe should have been, what if we got the combiners and we combined them and the Titan Masters with the leaders?
Yeah. I think there was real potential in this idea, and I think it's a real disappointment we didn't get it.
Yeah. I think it's interesting as well that we see a Star Saber, and it was a Star Saber mold, effectively, and it was recolored into a Starscream. Again, I think that may have been a bit more of an interesting figure than what we got for Starscream. Potentially.
Yep.
I mean, who knows, but...
And, obviously pre-tool.
Yes.
Yep, but it was what it was.
It was what it was. You can only look at these things and think of what could have been.
Yep.
And then
It
complain
doesn't-
about it.
It really doesn't help. It's a picture of the actual Rodimus toy, and it's not great.
I mean, it's the Rodimus toy.
I don't really like it. Some people say they'll really love it, and I'm just like, it's definitely, for me, the weakest of the leaders.
I'm not a fan of it. I'm hoping that... Is the Primal out? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay, I'll hopefully be able to have a handy little fiddle with him at TFNation and figure out if I want to get him or not. Because I don't know, because every time I've handled one of those leaders so far, I haven't been best impressed.
Best impressed?
Not at all. Not at all, I'm afraid. Shall I move on, Mr. Mikey?
Yes, do.
A little quickie little story here, as GameStop are getting the Studio Series figures since Toys R Us has closed down. And people got less places to go for their toys. It seems like GameStop's going to be picking up some of the slack, which is odd since they do video games. But
when was the last time you were in a GameStop?
well, since I don't live in America, not recently.
They're still in England and Ireland, Andy.
I've never seen them in England.
They've been there for years.
I've never seen one up here in the north. Legit, never. Seen
I
one.
have. I was in Nottingham. I passed several.
That's not in the north.
That's pretty north.
Nottingham.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
is
not north
not
of the
north.
wall north, but north.
That is not north.
And there's a GameStop a half-hour drive from my house.
Yeah, but you live in Ireland.
I live in the middle of nowhere. Nothing's a half-hour drive from my house.
Yeah, it's a backwater country.
But yeah, they have turned it like if you go into a GameStop, half of the shop is now dedicated to collectibles and T-shirts and stuff like that, and that is where, ladies and gentlemen, you get your pop vinyls.
Oh, good.
Because they do deals. But yeah, I've been going in every now and again just looking because they've got the Mezco Flash.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just staring at it. I'm just like, I don't want to spend €99 on you. I can get them cheaper online if I really, really want them.
Oh yeah.
But because they also mark up, they're forbidden planning. They're basically forbidden planning it.
No.
But yeah, toys and action figures. Basically half the shop is games, half the shop is this kind of stuff now. So, but they've never had Transformer action figures as far as I've known. They've only had the little small collectible stuff.
Well, apparently they're going to be hitting the American ones with Wave 1 and 2, except for Blackout for some reason.
Why?
It doesn't say here, at least.
Leave out Blackout. Just get Grimlock. All you get is a Grimlock.
That's all. Apparently these will be... They've got an ETA of the 20th of August. You can pre-order these if you want, and as long as you're willing to slap down $5 minimum. The deluxes are $22.99, Voyagers are $34.99, and the leaders are $54.99. So if you want to go to a game store and pre-order some Wave 1 or 2 figures, I don't think you'd need Wave 1 though, to be fair. There's an option.
Well, but the Voyagers are good.
Sure, yeah, but I would imagine that everyone who wants Studio Series figures probably has the Wave 1s, because it's it's Wave 1, and Wave 1
apparently
always
though
go places.
There was later releases of that Bumblebee that were a lot more solid.
Okay.
I've heard. One thing I would also say, if you're in the UK or Ireland or anywhere like that, be prepared to be paying that much, but with a pound or a euro sign replacing it.
Mm-hmm.
And something I saw, the second Volume 2 Bumblebee dinosaur cassettes are also coming to GameStop for $70, which is a $10 markup from other retailers. So So make of that what you will.
Yeah, it's another option. So I'm hoping at the very least that people who don't have any toy stores near them but have GameStops, it gives them maybe an option that they didn't have before. Even if it's a markup, it's maybe something, I guess. I don't know. Mr. Mikey, take us on to the next bit of news.
Yeah, this is a short one. IDW, via an online interview over at ICV2, has confirmed that there will be the official Transformers reboot released in 2019. This means that after Unicron, and we'll have Star Trek vs. Transformers, and then we'll probably have at least a couple of months off with no new comics. But yeah, so Greg Goldstein, who is the IDW president, said what's coming up that you're excited about this year. He's really looking forward to the Transformers reboot, which is going to be great. No information about what's going to be in the reboot. We don't know what kind of direction they're going to take with it, visually or writing, whatever. There's been very many angry people on the internet who are using this to void. There's been a running thing on TFW, which is no more insert character here.
Okay.
Started with no more Windblade. What a shock.
Hang on, I thought people would be really happy with the amount of people who generally bitch about Windblade.
But yeah, so we don't know when it's going to be launched. They're suggesting here in TFW, that'll mean an early, maybe January launch to ride Bumblebee's popularity. I would point out they're already releasing a comic to ride Bumblebee's popularity. Which is the Bumblebee Wouldn't Be There graphic novel. I could see them leaving this into the spring. I could see them taking some time off after everything, and it's very likely we're going to get some new news in New York Comic Con. Wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, I mean that would make
largely
sense.
because I think New York Comic Con has kind of taken over from SDCC in terms of actual comic news.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, SDCC is the multimedia convention now.
Yeah, it probably needs to rename itself. But yeah, Andy, any thoughts apart from the fact, as you said, you wouldn't mind a break?
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to seeing this reboot. I think it's time now, mainly because I know it's been coming to an end for a while. I just kind of want it to happen at this point, if you know what I mean. Let's just get it over with and see where we go. Get some new creators on, and hopefully they will produce some new and interesting content for Transformers as well, like IDW has before. I'm hoping they'll strive to do that again, That's the hope.
In that case, Andy, take us on.
All right, Mikey, we are going to talk about a little teaser clip that we have for Transformers Cyberverse, as we've got the first footage, probably of the first episode, or the second episode at the very least, with Bumblebee and Windblade and a battle with a Seeker, which I thought was originally Thundercracker, but I'm guessing it's just a standard Seeker.
No, it's Thundercracker.
Is it? Oh, that's disappointing because he doesn't say
Have a dog?
anything. Well, that too.
He says grrr.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have Bumblebee talking through the radio, and as me and Mikey talked about last night briefly, we're hoping that is not going to be a running thing throughout the show, because God damn it, the worst thing is we've had 10 years technically of B talking through a radio, so it's become a standard, and it's not a standard I like, because I find it incredibly limiting. And
the last show didn't have it. Why are we going back to it?
Yeah.
Well, I know why we're going back to it, but
the movies.
Yeah, but we've seen a leaked clip from the one that was at SECC, and that Bumblebee said words.
He did, set in the past, yeah, he seemed to be talking, so we can assume he probably loses his voice during the whole I lost my memory or during the war on Cybertron.
Yeah.
So we have a fight scene between Windblade and Thundercracker. I will say Windblade's sword has a pitifully weedy energy blade to it.
It's so weak.
Like, it's ridiculously thin, and it's barely a blade, which is a little bit sad, I think, from a design point of view, because it doesn't look threatening at all. Thundercracker says nothing during the fight, which I think, again, is really off-putting, because I would have liked a little bit of banter while he's hitting her. Like, oh, this is the best you got, Autobot. So you know, some generic grunt crap that they could be just dissing her with or something. And Bumblebee, seeing her have the shit kicked out of her, just stands there.
He smiles the entire time.
Yeah, that seems. I'm hoping, again, this is a clip, so try not to judge, but I hope that's not a thing because that seems really off.
We're just like, beat her. I'm gonna grin the whole. I want to see her get hurt.
It's weird though, right? You see someone getting beaten up, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm okay with this." Until
while voices are coming out of his head when his mouth isn't moving.
Yeah. I mean, Mikey, how did this strike you? Because I will say the animation, it's nice to have a show with frames in it.
Yeah, here's what it's like. The animation style, I think you and I will both agree, for the most part, is not really what we would prefer.
Yeah, it's fine. I'd say
it's
in
not,
some ways it's better than RID.
To be honest, I'd say in a lot of ways it's better than RID's.
Yeah.
Like, the animation here is smooth. Some of the action clearly has some weight put into it.
Yes.
I really like the bit where Thundercracker kicks Windblade. Like, that's got a, not because, Windblade, but that's got some impact to it.
Yeah.
And like I'm looking at it now, people are moving, the visual effects are pretty solid overall, it has to be said. The artistic style may not be 100% what I'd want, but hey, it's better than Thundercats.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Windblade's wing thing is a bit weird to me.
Yeah, if you didn't know, she can store her wings basically in a weird backpack, and then they just kind of pop out for some reason, which is weird because it breaks up a silhouette.
Yeah, and she looks really weird without them.
Very much so. She looks like, not a Paradron medic, but you know those generic female bots or generic robots that they just had as background characters in G1? She looks very much like one of them. That's not a good thing.
Yeah. What do you think of the voice acting that we see?
Who from? You mean Windblade?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, the guy doing the radio thing is not actual clips this time. It's all, like, made-up stuff as well. So someone is voice acting that.
Yeah, which
and it sounds to me
really
like
bad.
it's... Yeah, but it sounds to me like it's the same guy doing everything.
And that's why I think it's really bad. Because it's not just radio clips from random people. It's a guy saying random stuff that's only vaguely related to the things that's happening.
In funny accents.
Yeah, and it's like, oh dear. The Windblade stuff was okay, though. That was fine.
I thought she did a good job.
Yeah.
I've only got one real problem with this whole thing.
Uh-huh.
They gave them the wrong reference for Windblade.
Well, yeah, that's again on the design more so than the clip,
Yes.
I guess.
Because even in the show, her face looks really weird.
It does.
Compared to everyone else's face, because she has a sort of puffed out version of the 2013 Toys face.
For some reason, the 2013 face, the 5-year-old design.
I feel like when Boulder Media was doing this, they said, "Oh, can we have reference for the character?" And someone just gave them the concept art or something.
That would be really sad if that was the case.
And like, I feel like Michael Kelly was just like wandering through his office, just like la 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 la. Oh, you're doing this? Yeah, I'll give John Barber a ring. Hang on, you gave him what?
Do you think it's because they're trying to do the, in quotations, G1 designs, and she doesn't technically have one, so that's her original design?
Her normal face is G1. And this is a really weird face in the context of every other face in this show.
That's the only thing I can think of, though, because it's like, that's her original one, so maybe they were going off all the original designs?
Do you know what I would honestly think it is?
Yeah.
Is that when they were doing this, someone just didn't think to check the comics for the visual side of things.
Maybe.
I'm sure, like, I have a feeling the character will probably have a lot of influence from the comic, more than she did in Commander Wars. But I think I get the feeling it's just like, okay, character references. Here's G1B, here's G1, here's like designing the concept for him. Here's some Windblades. Like, and it's just weird because Windblade for me is so much defined by the Sarah Stone concept for her. Like, so much more than that face, and what it evolved into under like Sarah Pietro de Roche and other artists, and it's just a weird face design. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, do you have any other thoughts on the whole thing?
I don't think so. I can't say I'm that much more confident about it because there wasn't a huge amount of story.
Yeah.
And it was clearly in episode 1, so
I'm more confident about
I don't
the
know.
visuals.
Yeah, and we both said at least it's moving smoothly because I'm really sick of jittery Transformer shows after RID and Power of the Primes and Time's Return and etc. etc. I'm sick of that. There's no excuse in 2018 for shows that don't animate smoothly.
But Andy, we're imitating hand-drawn.
Which makes no fucking sense. It makes absolutely no sense.
Hand-drawn, the jerkiest of animation.
Not even He-Man had jerky animation. Granted, it only had like a few cells of animation which they reused, but that was smooth.
But no, Andy. Hand drawn is jerky.
Yep.
I know because the Dragon Prince told me so.
I can't believe that that's the excuse that they're giving. Makes absolutely zero sense. I don't know what they're going for.
I know, but like I was just sort of like okay. So for spoiler for what we're doing this week, I've been rewatching a show on Netflix, and they're doing something in there to imitate hand drawn, and you know what it doesn't look? Jerky.
Yeah.
Looks relatively smooth. So
I don't know, man. Do you want to take us on to our next story then, sir?
So yeah, we'll wrap up with this, guys. It's TFCon Chicago, and they've announced that Flint Dilley, a very cool man who wrote many Transformer things, will be joining the convention this year. He was, of course, the writer and story editor for numerous episodes of Sunbow, and I believe the movie. He also wrote G.I. Joe, Inhumanoids, and Visionaries. Basically, he was kind of the guy making sure that Transformers had any kind of solidity to it. He also wrote Autocracy, Monstrosity, and Primacy. Still don't blame him. Have a funny feeling it was the other guy writing that, which were IDW's prequel comics. So, just a reminder, the convention's running October 26th to 28th in Chicago, Crown Plaza, Chicago O'Hare Hotel and Conference Center, Rosemont, Illinois. Special guests will include Bud Davis, the voice of Dirge. Actually, I would like. Do you know what you started? Do you know what you did what your efforts did to this character for 30 years?
Life is pain.
Yeah. You know, you want to know what happened to him most recently? What? He died. So, yeah, Metroplex, Predaking, Stephen Keener, who did Fortress Maximus, Hardhead, Hunger, Mind White, Scattershot, and Scorponok, Ian James Corlett, the voice of Cheetor, Beast Wars, Beast Machines, and Goku, originally, the original Goku. James Roberts, writer of More Than Meets the Eye and Lost Light, and a bunch of other little bits and bobs, along with Kei Zama, Rock God herself, and Alex Milne, the Ginger Bear. Advance tickets are now available online. The hotel block can be booked online. Go to tfcon.com for details there. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would agree. I would imagine the hotel block will probably fill up fast, as these conventions usually have those blocks go quick.
So yeah.
That's us done for this week. Let's move on, and I'll ask you, Mr. Mike, what you been up to this week? What you done for fun? What's been going on in Mackie's world?
Not a huge amount of variety, although I have been doing a bit. So Rider came out, and I'm catching up on that. The shit, it is down.
Good.
The debts, they are there.
Oh, no.
Either this is going to end like Gaim, which was like, hey, remember America? Or it's going to end like Ryuki, which is someone who's going to hit a reset button the size of a planet. And I honestly don't know which way this is going to go. But yeah, I think it's coming together to be quite a solid ending.
Mm-hmm.
I literally can't go into any detail on it. Like, this is like, we're two more episodes left in the show. That's hella spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
Hella spoilers. Apart from Rider, I caught up on My Hero Academia. That's wrapping up soon. I decided I will probably hold off on catching up on Persona and Steins Gate until they're finished.
Oh, how long until Steins Gate is done?
About 7 weeks.
Oh, can you wait that long?
I don't know. I've actually been I've had it open 4 times on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
And I've been staring at it. And
How
then
many episodes is it? 24 or something?
24, yeah. It's on episode 17 or 18 now. And Persona, I think I'd be happier binge watching Persona 5. What I've seen of it, it's good, but it doesn't have quite the magic of the Persona 4 anime, the original one.
Sure.
So I think a binge watch will do well on that. But My Hero Academia, it's very easy watching. Yeah, I have to say it's a tournament arc more than anything else right now. It's not really a tournament arc, it's the provisional license arc, but it's a tournament arc. And yeah, I have to admit at this stage I'm a little disappointed in this season. There's some competent stuff there, but there's a lot of padding and a lot of wasted time. This has a very early Naruto vibe, this arc.
Oh, really?
like when they're doing the ninja exam, that's what it feels like to me. And I didn't like that. That was when I disconnected from Naruto big time.
Right.
So, yeah, like, this is the stuff that everyone says, like, oh, this is when the series gets amazing. And I'm just like, when maybe it gets better next arc.
Maybe.
But like I said, one amazing concept fight, not necessarily the fight itself, but the concept and ideas, does not make the whole section brilliant. And Bakugo is still useless. He is the Sasuke of the show.
Oh no!
He's not a different kind of Sasuke. But I have the same vibe of why are you wasting time?
He's
looking
annoying in a different way.
Yeah, and I like someone tried to tell me like, oh no, but Bakugo's so interesting. It's just like no, Bakugo's not interesting. Sasuke did everything wrong.
Did he, or did he do everything right?
No, he did not. The best thing that Sasuke ever did was lose an arm. That was my week, really. What about you? Sorry, I have to say something. I'm also finally going over Voltron again.
What, you start from the start?
Yeah, because I forgot all the plot points, and it's a serialized storytelling, so...
Let me tell you Hunk's plot point. He's fat.
Yeah.
And funny.
Yeah, I like Hunk. Hunk's cool.
He's fine, but that's... From
Hunk
what
is
I
the lower tier of the 3 top-tier paladins, but he's lower tier.
Tell me that I'm wrong, and that wasn't his story pretty much summed up for the most part.
He made a girlfriend who was a rock lizard lady.
Is he fat and does he make the funnies? Has he done anything else apart from getting the girlfriend who he's never seen since, as far as I'm aware?
I appreciate Hunk for who he is. Apparently, like, someone said the new season that just came out, like, has huge amount of plot focus on him.
Oh, cool, good. It's about time then.
But yeah, I like Hunk, I like Pidge, I like Shiro.
Fucking Pidge!
Yeah, Pidge is awesome. I don't like Lance, and I don't like Keith.
No.
Apparently, Keith becomes the main character as the show goes on.
Hey, good.
Yay! But I like Laura a lot, so that's good too. Corrin is fine. So I'm in the middle of season 2, and I'm just going to keep on going. I'll hit new stuff like mid-season 3.
Yeah.
Season 3. You could hear the inverted commas, couldn't you?
I could, a little bit.
So yeah, I'll be doing that. But anyway, keep you up to date. Andy, what about you?
Let's see, what have I done? A lot of the week has been me doting on builders and plumbers and stuff like that, making sure they've got all the stuff, not being able to do a huge amount of stuff around them just because I can't record anything, because if I did, you just have drills and screaming going on in the background. And oh god, the plumbing's off. Oh, wait man, I've got some plumbing to do, like. You got the floor down, James? Wait man, I got the floor down. Proper good in it, eh? And I was like, I'm not gonna deal with that. I don't want to edit that shit out, so I didn't. Obviously, I did the poopcast, editing wise and putting up and all that kind of bobbins. Watching wise, I am in the midst of watching American Gangster, which I think I haven't seen before, but I don't know. That's the one with what's his name? I was gonna say Dennis Rodman, but that's not his name.
No,
he's in the Equalizer, the new one.
I haven't seen a new one.
Oh, fuck you, Mikey.
Well, I haven't seen a new Equalizer.
Fuck you. Fuck you because you're no help here. You're no help to me, Mikey.
Pay attention to your own thing.
It's got Russell Crowe in it. That's one guy, and I can't remember the.
Does he sing?
Russell Crowe. He hasn't yet.
He should. I think Russell Crowe should sing in everything because it's hilarious how much he can't.
Washington. What's his name? Something Washington.
Denzel
Washington.
How did you forget Denzel Washington?
Because my mind was like, Daniel Washington. Washington. And I was like, it's not... I was like...
One of the most revered actors of our age, Daniel Washington. Who could have forgotten Daniel Washington?
In my head I was like, it's not Daniel Washington. It's Daniel Washington, says the brain. I'm like, it's not brain. It's not Daniel Washington. I think I'm the brain here and I know what's what. And it's like, I'm just going to say I don't know. So Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe. So far it seems to be okay. Denzel put a gun to a guy's head and blew his brains out. Which I was like, oh, okay, cool. Rock and roll. You do you. And I've nearly finished the Fate show that I was doing. It's not bad. I think the biggest problem with it is there are too many characters to get any real focus on any of them. Even in a normal Fate show, like 7 masters and 7 servants is, usually not enough to develop them to
Yeah.
the utmost. Like I remember in Fate Stay Night, the assassin one, who I think is Medusa with her long pink hair. She doesn't get fucking shit. Not in the anime. Who gives a fuck about her? She's got a flying horse and that's it. So in this way, you have 14 masters and 14 servants. You barely get anything. And there's a plot in it about a homunculus, which becomes the main character, which has a servant inside of him, which he can summon, but it's killing him. And it's learning about him.
Homunculuses be like the servant?
They are. They are usually the servant. They're usually the magical source, which people use and throw away as trash to die. That's kind of the lore for them from other shows. But this one's gained consciousness and all that kind of bobbing. So it's like that on top of all of the other stuff. There's too much. There's too much for 15 episodes. It's real jammed in there, and maybe it would have worked. I'm pretty sure it probably would have been fine as a game, because you can stretch that shit out to however many hours. Look at Persona, Persona 4. we think Persona 4 is fine. I can understand as well why it's not nearly as investing as the game. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah, but I would also say it's the very nature of the game that has to be adapted down, and things are lost and you lose core character concepts and little subtleties that cannot be translated into a 24-episode animation.
Exactly.
That actually became a 25-episode animation.
Yeah.
Which you should see that, and it's still really, 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 really good.
And here's another thing about the Fate series, Mikey, which you probably know already. They love to turn male characters into hot waifus.
It's 'cause it's porn!
There was a meme that I found on Facebook, which I put on to Twitter, and my god, it's the most tweets and favorites and likes I've ever had. I've had like 400 likes and like 286 retweets so far. So it's like every day I'm like coming in, it's like, oh, you got 6 more things. I'm like, oh, people are talking to. No, it's just retweeting this fucking bullshit that I put up. And it was it says it's got a character who's like, hey, what? And it says male historical figure. In case you haven't noticed, I'm not a girl. It switches over to a large lady with a gun that's shaped like a pink flower gun with Fate Grand Order, and it says, not yet, you're not. So I saw that on Facebook and I was like, yeah, that's funny. I like that. And now everybody's doing it. Everybody's retweeting it. I'm like, god damn. So yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna give Unlimited Blade Works a go, because I always kept trying Unlimited Blade Works, but give up before the point where it actually changes from the original series. Because I'm like, I've fucking seen this shit, and it's not great. Like Fate Stay Night, the original one, I didn't like that much. I thought it was fine, but I didn't like it that much. And Unlimited Blade Works, I've been told is good, but it gets good once it gets to the new stuff, and I haven't hit that point yet when I've been watching it. So I've got that to watch. I got some stuff in the post. Thanks to the Patreon people, we technically have another 3 microphones.
My god.
Another 3 fucking microphones. A new SD card that has memory for the Zoom. The 3 microphones are so that, because the Zoom, which I got the last week or whenever it was, the week before, was so I could do the audio recordings. But then I figured this is going to be pointing at the person I'm interviewing. It's not going to record anything that I'm saying. Or if I had more people I wanted to record, I'd be limited. So it's got another 2 ports in the bottom where you can plug in another few microphones. So I thought, okay, let's get another 2 microphones. And it came in a box of 3. So I was like, okay, I'll just have a spare one in case one breaks. Fine. So there's another load of Patreon money that's gone. Oh, I had to buy the cables for them as well, because it didn't come with cables. So that was a big expensive box. So thank you to the Patreon people supporting us. I'll be trying to use it as much as I can with TFNation coming around the corner. I'll try and get Pretty Sue onto the show and talk to him about his toys and all that kind of stuff. And I'll try and get some people I know I can get probably community people. I will just have to try and also get some of the guests if possible as well for some kind of interviews and whatnot with hope and luck. So we'll see how that goes. But I will get some recording of some description there, which I wouldn't be able to normally. So I got that. And for myself, I got 2 more battle tomes from Age of Sigmar. I got the Daughters of Cain and I got the Disciples of Tzeentch, because I don't like reading books, Mikey.
I've noticed.
Even though I'm getting more and more books. They're good. They're both interesting. I look forward to really going through them and reading them properly and learning about each of these two armies when I can. And that's really been about it. Of real note and interest, I'm afraid to say. Just getting prepared for TFNation, which will be on. Well, I'll be leaving on Wednesday evening, and then be going down and being there for Thursday day, all the way through till Monday when I leave. So if you do want to talk to me, if you see me wandering around,
Don't.
excuse me. Yeah, well, I mean, you can if you like. I'm not going to stop you. If you wonder what I look like, I have.
He'll be carrying a picture of me.
I'll have it stapled to my face, a la Deadpool.
I am. He will be with a very large, muscular man named Juan.
That's right. There are
He
pictures
is our
of me
bodyguard.
on the CC bunker and stuff like that, and I've got a Facebook page. So if you are curious about stalking me at the show, that's how you can do it if you want. If you are so inclined.
Or literally ask anyone there, "Where's Andy?" And there will just be this like group pointing.
I see. I imagine people go, "Who? Who's Andy?"
Yeah, but like they're asking Rob, "Who? I know not this Andy," and he just wanders off.
Exactly. Like, as far as I'm aware, no one wants to buy any of my stuff, but I do have a CC Bunker Weebly page of sales from 2017. So if you do want to buy anything from me, I can't guarantee I still have it because I haven't updated the list. But if you go on there, and if you just type in CC Bunker, and then just like sales 2017, it should pop up on one of the Google links. Click on that because it'll be easier. And if there is anything, contact me through Twitter or Facebook and let me know. And I can bring it down. If you don't get in contact before Wednesday, though, or after Wednesday evening, I obviously can't do it. But hey, you never know. So, Mr. Mikey, do we have any questions at all?
No, not this week. But guys, remember you can send them in to us if you'd like. And I will tell you how you can send them in. You can send them on the Twitter at Moonbase2, and you can send us an email at themoonbase2@gmail.com. And because, we didn't get we got one thing to do with, like, we may have been overly harsh in the comics in one of the reviews, which I got a couple of times from people, and I was just like, having read 22 of Lost Light, I feel like I may have had some biases, but I'll discuss that when we get to it.
Mikey, where can people find you on the internet then?
You can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on Tumblr and various other places on 15 different identities. And I said Tumblr because I actually remembered, as I was saying it, I have a Tumblr.
Yes.
I don't remember what it's called. I think it's something Brief Paradise. Because I haven't used it in years. So, but yeah, so Irish Paleo on Twitter and YouTube GWolv3. Andy, what about you?
You can find me on Twitter and Tumblr, CCTFW, on YouTube as Cobra Commander TFW. You can find this podcast on the Moonbase 2 forums. We're on Twitter, we're on iTunes, we're on Facebook, we're on Libsyn, we're on the places Mikey said, we're on most of those fancy RSS feeds. And you can head over to the Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Moonbase2, and do $2 each month. You get the free version, the extended version, from the Files of Teletron 2, also a week early. You get Moonbase Woo Woo, and you also get interviews and stuff like that early as well. I think that's it. That's it. Yeah. A show for next week will probably be just stuff from TFNation, so it'll probably be me and some other people. So Mikey will have a week off where you don't need to rush home from the zoo.
I have things to arrange.
Do you have a Moonbase Woo Woo to do? Because that would be great if you could do.
I might do if I can pin him down.
Yay! Put the sock in his mouth.
See.
Actually, don't put the sock in the mouth, because then they'd be terrible for a podcaster.
What's your opinion?
Shut up, Wayne.
All I'm hearing is more socks.
Oh, there you go. That's it. Screams of no mean more socks.
How many socks can you fit in your mouth?
No more. More socks, you say? Alrighty then.
I heard more.
Well, we will see. Well,
you know what? Oh my god! You know what that's like? It's like South Park when Kyle won't read the instructions right, and why aren't you reading the instructions? Like, there was in the contract that we can literally sell your body for anything. It was just like, no one reads the instructions. Oh my god, they do horrible things to him. Kyle, if you sign this right now, we'll let you go. Okay, signing it. God damn it, Kyle, why didn't you read the caveats? It actually says that we can do even worse things to you.
Oh, good times. Good times.
I haven't watched South Park in literally years.
Yeah, there's probably some good ones and some bad ones, I would imagine, as with all things.
Yeah.
Until next week, everybody, we will see you later.
Have fun at the cons.
You are now leaving